Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Hope you're keeping well. In this video we're going to be having a look at the Rosegrove railway station and its associated sidings. Before I start this video, please can I ask you to consider liking, sharing and subscribing for free to my channel. That'd be brilliant. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can hype the video as well if you're watching on a mobile device. Rosegrove railway station was constructed by the East Lancashire Railway Company between 1846 and 1848, with the line and station opening to passengers on the 18th of September 1848. Its original name was Rosegrove or Padiham. It was built in a cutting on the western edge of Burnley to serve the nearby town of Padiham and the surrounding Rosegrove area, which was then characterised by poor quality agricultural land, beginning to see industrial development. The station formed a key intermediate stop on the East Lancashire Railway's expanding network, connecting Accrington to Burnley as part of the broader push to link Manchester with eastern Lancashire towns. In its early years, the station's infrastructure was modest, featuring basic platforms and station buildings suited to initial passenger and goods traffic, with resident engineers J.S. Perring and J.A. Donaldson overseeing construction by main contractors William and Richard Hattersley. Good services were promptly established to support emerging local industries, including printworks and cotton mills in areas like Lower House, facilitating the transport of raw materials and finished products that spurred economic growth in the region. Although coal distribution became prominent later, the station's initial role emphasised service to textile-related freight and local passenger needs, with census data from the mid-19th century indicating a significant influx of railway workers to the Rosegrove village. Following the amalgamation of the East Lancashire Railway with the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway in August 1859, Rosegrove Station was fully integrated into a larger network, enhancing its connectivity for both passenger services and industrial goods movement across the north of England. This merger solidified the station's position as a vital hub on routes extending towards Burnley and beyond, with its earlier operations laying the foundation for sustained importance into the 20th century. During the mid-20th century, Rosegrove Engine Shed reached its operational peak as a vital component of the East Lancashire Railway network, serving as both a major maintenance and stabling facility for steam locomotives supporting extensive passenger and freight services. Established in 1899 by the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway just west of the station, the shed was a large roundhouse-style structure with a turntable capable of accommodating up to 50 locomotives, enabling it to handle the growing demands of regional traffic. By the 1940s and 1950s, it had become a key hub for servicing engines used on routes including the North Lancashire Loop and Copypit Line, where locomotives like Black 5s and Austerity 280s were paired for challenging gradients and mixed duties. The shed played a central role in freight operations, particularly as a distribution point for large numbers of coal trains arriving from Yorkshire collieries, which were then routed to local power stations such as those in Padiham and other Lancashire industries, and obviously Unco up the road as well. These trains, often requiring banking assistance over steep inclines like the 1 in 40 Padiham bank, underscored Rosegrove's importance in sustaining industrial coal supply chains during the post-war era, with daily dispatches of engines to support return empties and through freights. Passenger services also benefited as the facility stabled locomotives for excursion trains, including summer specials carrying day trippers from Yorkshire to coastal destinations like Blackpool and Morecambe. Modernisation efforts in the mid-20th century helped extend the shed's viability amid the transition towards diesel traction. The London Midland and Scottish Railway announced upgrades to the facility in early 1936, enhancing its infrastructure for continuing steam operation. Further improvements included a new roof installed sometime between 1947 and 1957, which supported the 6-road layout and allowed the shed to remain operational into the 1960s, despite the 1950 British Railways modernisation plans push to phase out steam. By the early 1960s, the depot still housed a diverse fleet, including tank engines for local passengers, crabs for mixed traffic, and heavy freighters for local hauls, supplemented by a diesel shunter. Rosegrove's prominence persisted until the end of the steam era, positioning it as one of the British Railway's last mainline steam sheds alongside Lostock Hall and Carnforth. It supported final duties such as banking over Copy Pit on the 2nd of August 1968 and serviced locomotives for the 15 Guinea Special rail tour, drawing crowds of enthusiasts. The shed closed on the 5th of August 1968, marking the cessation of steam operations on the network, after which its buildings were swiftly demolished. In the 1980s, Rosegrove Station underwent significant cost-cutting measures implemented by British Rail, resulting in the unstaffing of the facility and the demolition of its main buildings, leaving only basic platforms for operations, a bit like the dump it is today. Amid this decline, the station briefly saw an uptick in long-distance travel during the mid to late 1980s with the introduction of a temporary intercity holidaymaker service, which departed Rosegrove at 06:50 for Paignton via Preston and Birmingham. This seasonal route appeared in the 1989 timetable, but did not lead to permanent enhancements. If you're interested in the holidaymaker service, I have done a separate video on this as well. Have a look on my railway playlist, and if I remember, I'll pop it at the end of this video. The adjacent Great Harwood Loop, also known as the North Lancashire Loop, closed to passengers in 1957 and to most goods traffic in 1964. Though a remnant spur to Padiham Power Station remained open until 1993 for coal traffic, its closure was prompted by the power station's shutdown, after which remnants were removed and the site repurposed for the construction of the wonderful M65 motorway, which now parallels the remaining railway alignment. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, give it a like, share and subscribe, and also don't forget to hype the video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok or Facebook, don't forget you can follow me and also drop a comment as well. So until the next video, thank you for your support as always, it's greatly appreciated, and goodbye for now.